members of the Ministry of Sport and Youth Affairs, the sport company, special advisor to the Minister of Sport, Mr. Carol Keller, coaches, administrators, fans, football lovers, Mr. Jamal Shabazz, one of the most successful coaches in the Caribbean right now, and we give him a round of applause for his performance. While he knocks us out, we must respect the work that he has done under trying circumstances, and this is what today is about. Members of the media, good morning. Let me try that again like we're hungry. Good morning. Out of every nightmare, you must wake up. And we, in Trinidad and Tobago and our football, we are in a nightmare. Nothing is wrong with that. We can admit it first and foremost so that we can find solutions all year round. So I don't understand why we keep selling our children short and expect them to play a college league season that is only 2.5 months, and they try to squeeze in 16 or 18 games in that period. As a coach, it would worry me because I would not have any time to teach, to improve, to analyze games and go through training sessions and plan and periodize to improve. So all of these have to be discussed. But we must understand that right now, something is wrong. Everything is wrong. But the good thing about being in this point is you could only go up. So we need to work from the fans, the corporate sponsors, the marketing people, the organizers, the government. We need to put money in the correct places. Our coaches need to get better to understand sports science. A lot of the times when we are beaten, it's not because of our inability to trap, turn, shoot, cross, take free kicks. It's a lot of times because we are just not physically fit. We're not fit enough to play at that level. And when I'm talking about the USAs, the Mexicos, the Costa Ricas, the Ivory Coast, the Germans, the English. That is where we must go. We cannot sit down and say that we are a small twin island republic and therefore we cannot make it. We can. We have done so. And some individual players have also done that. The TT Pro League, we need to also see them on ESPN. Moving on further into the CONCACAF Champions League. This is where we will go. There's also a selection criteria and a talent identification problem. Our decision has to be discussed. That you can only make the national team if you play in the TT Pro League. Is that a good decision? Does that allow us to see the widest cadre of players? We will discuss all of that because you may have a player who went to university, got a business degree, is working for a salary of 15, 20, 25,000 and cannot afford to go and play football for $5,000 or $6,000. Is he or she not a good player? These are questions we must understand. Also, the football institutes and the clinics, they've gone up, they've increased dramatically over the last 2 decades. But does it mean that we are playing more football? Where have all the ball peons gone? All the greats would tell you, from General Franco to Leroy DeLeon to Archibald coming up, Dwight York, they were pure ball peons. They didn't do anything else. And anything they did with the ball, anything they did it with the ball. They went to a birthday party, they had the ball. They're going to school, walking, they had the ball. In detention, they have a ball. But nowadays, we don't see that. So we have to get back to becoming ball peons, because going to an institute or a clinic or an academy 3 times a week for 2 hours is really insufficient time. It's about time management, it's about coaching, it's about understanding growth and maturational stages of development and planning and periodizing your coaching to bring about the best benefit to the athletes. Too many times I just walk around and go and look at coaches coach. And many of us think, I played great football, thus I am a great coach. That is a fallacy. And the best players do not make the best coaches. Brian Charles Lara will not make the best coach because he was born with a talent and innate ability, eye-hand coordination, that certain basic things came easy to him. He didn't have to struggle to learn how to hit a straight drive on a ball that is at a full length by moving his feet. He didn't. He was born with that genius ability. But the coaches who do the best are the ones who had to struggle, who were not that gifted, who had to fight to make the team, who if the team needed a right back, they learn how to play right back. If they needed a striker, they learn how to post up and play striker. They're not that fast, they're not that creative, they're not geniuses. Those are the people who understand the game of football. Jose Mourinho, one of the greatest coaches. Any topper player? No. You have Guardiola, great coach. Yes, he was solid, but he would not ever go down in your top 25 or 50 or 100 players of all times. You see Diego Maradona, pure genius. Can he coach? No. So we have to understand that as coaches, we must understand the game, understand our ability, understand individuals. Another problem that we have been having, so much so that if Russell Latapy goes on a field right now, he will be the best creative midfielder that we have right now, as old as he is. That is a problem. And I've noticed over the years that our geniuses, we are having problems managing them. The fact of the matter is, any creative genius will not come with natural discipline. That is a God-given fact. All the geniuses in the world have a problem conforming to stringent discipline. Now, what do? Do we eliminate the discipline and appease them? Or do we think of creative ways, as Phil Jackson, one of the greatest coaches, managers, man managers of coaching history, when he could take a man like Dennis Rodman and hold him together during a season to win a championship, and as the championship finished, Dennis Rodman in a wedding dress and drunk all over the place and falling down. That is man management, being able to get the best out of these geniuses. Why were we unable to keep Arnold Dwarka, Kerwin Hardis Jemot, Ricky Aliong? These are the type of players, Keon Daniel, who supposed to form the engine room, supposed to form the flair and the style of Trinidad and Tobago, but they keep bouncing around from team to team to team and cannot fit into any sort of system. Yes, they have some of the blame to take, but really and truly, we as coaches and managers have to take some of the blame also, because we did not understand how to outsmart them. A player like that, you have to be able to outsmart them into being the most disciplined. You have to be creative. You cannot just go with what the book says. There's no one book on coaching. You must understand the science, but you must apply it properly so that you can get the best for your team. So having said all of this, I look forward to hearing your solutions, your suggestions, and trust that we shall all work together, forgetting politics and fight and who blame who and all of that. Let's forget that. All of us have to take blame, because we did not reach here by guess. To reach so low, it had to be a well-orchestrated plan. So let us now get a well-orchestrated plan to help us move forward and to get out of the morass that is Trinidad and Tobago football, because it brings us great pride and joy. Trinidad and Tobago's football team is the signature of our people. It's our style, it's our discipline, it's our brilliance. And it must rise again. So here today, we all take the lead. Thank you very much. May God bless.